Good morning. I am Rafael Gutierrez, and what I'm going to talk about is how to use this thing behind me, the Makiwara. Now, one thing I need to make clear is that for every person who teaches you how to use the Makiwara, there'll be a million other people telling you how it's wrong. Just the way of the way that martial arts and any art works. I tend to have a philosophy that is actually found in the Classical Fights Martial Arts magazine by a gentleman named Minot, which is Arts and Science Nil Est. Technically it means that without art, actually in the quote, art means a application of technique, science means knowledge. So the phrase that Minot actually says is, applying techniques without having any knowledge of what you're doing doesn't mean anything. I tend to believe that we do need to understand why and how we're doing something. And so I tend to use what clinical data tells us. Now, one of the things you'll notice is, in my Makiwara, I do have a thick base, it gets thinner, and I do use a rope. One thing I notice is, I have been doing this morning, and you can see that I wore out a little bit of my knuckles already. I can usually do about 40 to 50 punches before my knuckles start wearing. So, that's the only damage I've ever gotten across, is the wearing of the skin. Besides that, nothing. My wrists are fine, my elbows are fine, and my shoulders are fine. Again, I do use what things like exercise nutritional science, anatomist, clinical orthopedics tell you that you should be using for safety. Now, first thing I'm going to tell you is about the shoulder. If you actually take the shoulder joint, it's made up of three bones. One is a clavicle, one is a scapula, and the humerus. Now, the humerus is really loosely attached to this, and it's muscles inside, small muscles inside, which are holding that part together. What they have found is if you really want to stabilize the shoulder, you want to bring the shoulders back and down. And you're using a bunch of different muscles. The two main ones that people talk about is the serratus anterior, which is found on the side of the ribs here, going to the lower end of the scapula, which alone would pull the scapula forward. The other one is the trapezius, which is a triangle-shaped muscle on both sides, which can pull the scapula up, pull it down, or back. And so we're going to use those two to pretty much have our shoulders back. Like I said, I never have had damage to my elbows or shoulders, don't have any problems with that. And part of it, I do believe, has to do with looking at what the people involved in the health professions are telling you to do. Now, here you see the Makiwara, and there are some people who tell you punch and lean into it. I'm going to use my left hand for different reasons. So when you punch and lean into it, I'm putting my weight in this, and it moves a certain degree. Now, the thing is, as I push this, force comes back to hit me here. And yes, by the way, I do sometimes use my fingers here and the knuckle here, but that's beside the point. Now, the power you're really interested in is, think of a car collision. A car gets hit, it moves. The real damage happens before it moves. So when it hits, that's when most of your force is actually being transferred over. Afterwards, you're just pushing. So, again, one of the things you want to do is bring your shoulders back and down, choose the right distance, and when you punch and relax. Hit, relax. All you have to do is hit the first second. Now, I'm doing it relatively soft, and I'm letting it bounce. Now, again, what you'll notice is the skin does kind of redden because of the hits, but what's actually throwing it back is the first hit. Holding it out here and just waiting is just pushing, nothing else.